Hello to all of my beautiful Cancers out there, and welcome to my channel, Roseology. I hope this video finds you blessed and in amazing spirits, and if not, then I hope this video brings you some strength, love, and support. So this video is for all of my Cancers, so that's Sun, Moon, Rising, even Venus, and in this reading, I'm going to be offering you the energetic forecast for the month of July. Before I get to your reading, I do want to mention some major things happening with the cosmos this month. So we have two eclipses happening, a total solar eclipse that took place this past new moon in Cancer on July 2nd, and a partial lunar eclipse is coming up on July 16th. Mercury is going to be going retrograde July 7th, and shortly after on July 8th we have Chiron, the wounded healer, which is just an asteroid in our chart, going retrograde as well. So there's a lot of focus on healing old karmic issues, wounds, traumas, and other suppressed emotions, and this is all happening with Cancer energy, so which is you guys. So this is all about aligning the ego with our emotional being, or bringing the subconscious and conscious together to illuminate our true feelings. So this is going to be a very intense month for everyone. Collectively, we're all being presented with this amazing opportunity to pay homage to the unconscious and subconscious, which is where all of our suppressed and buried feelings lie, and our suppressed and buried characteristics and traits lie. So this is a very auspicious time, a time for great healing, and a time where the universe and spirit is urging us to really listen to our soul so we can feed it properly. And it's interesting, I just want to mention this because last week during my meditation session, I heard the words, "I wear my pain like skin." And with this universal consciousness being tuned into this feeling of being ready to release this baggage of hurt, pain, and disappointments, it makes a lot of sense. And I saw it in many of the readings I did for this month as well. Even in my own life, the past few weeks, probably around the last 3 or 4 weeks or so, I've been kind of feeling this energy, and especially within the last week, I've definitely been feeling the surge of energy here. So I'm really excited to get to you guys' reading and bring you some strength and encouragement for the month, because no matter what the universe throws at us, just remember the universe is throwing something at you because you are strong enough to take it, and don't ever forget just how strong and capable you truly are. All right, so you guys know me, I always like to issue the disclaimer that this is a general reading for all of my Cancers out there. So for this reading to resonate with your spirit, your individual spirit, it's important to be intuitively connected. That the way we can do this reading together, essentially. And to help you guys trigger your own psychic abilities, I'm going to be offering a 20-second meditation. So if you want to get those intuitive juices flowing, go on ahead and get into a nice relaxed space, and we'll begin that meditation right now. All right, so hopefully that meditation was enough time for you guys to get intuitively synced into this reading. If not, feel free to pause the video. Don't forget to check out your Moon, Rising, and Venus time videos if you haven't already. I've linked them all down below in the description box for you guys. I've also put the information with major dates happening this month in the description, so you can check that out as well. Again, thank you all so much for being here with me today. Of all the places you could be right now, I'm honored to have you here with me. So let's go on ahead and see what your July is looking like for my Cancers here, okay? All right, so we're going to be starting off with this card all the way over here to the left. So this is going to be showing the challenging energy that you're going to be working with for the month. So let's go ahead and take a look. The Hermit. Now this has come up for a few signs here. July is definitely producing a lot of the same kind of messages I'm seeing here. Definitely a universal theme going on here. But okay, so for my Cancers, I'm saying that it's going to be important for you guys not to isolate yourself this month. You may feel like getting to yourself, but I'm saying that being alone is where majority of your challenges are going to be at. You being alone during July is going to fuel your anxiety and stress levels, because you'll be alone with your own thoughts, harping on whatever may have upset you or whatever you may not like, etc., or whatever could happen. So being alone when you're in an anxious, sad, or depressed state is not going to be ideal for you. it's important to have someone by your side that you trust, that can talk you through your emotions or whatever you're feeling, and that can instill some sort of hope or light at the end of the tunnel for you, because you won't be able to really see that on your own this month if you're already in a low vibrating mood. It's going to be incredibly difficult to pull yourself out of that. So really start relying on your loved ones that you know you can absolutely trust. I see another challenge is feeling like you may not be in alignment with some of your relationships in July. Things may seem off or weird or like they're going badly, but it's not what it seems. It'll just feel that way. And with Mercury going retrograde, that's only going to heighten the sense of mental confusion and communication issues. So really make sure that you're not too in your head this month and not ignoring the signs and what people are telling you. I know my Cancers have a knack for hyping themselves up with their own thoughts and emotions. And usually when that happens, whatever you think is going on or happening actually isn't. So be very careful being alone with your own thoughts and feelings this July, because you don't want to convince yourself of something that's not even happening, if you know what I mean. Okay, so moving on to this card over here, this is going to be showing us the blessings that you can expect for July. So let's see the energy that's happening there. Okay, and we have the Hierophant. Wow. A huge blessing I'm seeing with this month for my Cancers is guidance coming from all different directions. Spirit is really going to be channeling a lot of different information to you, but from several different streams of communication. So pay attention to nature, animals, the moon, the elements, people around you, songs you may hear, movies you may watch. I mean, there's going to be a lot of communication between you and Spirit this month. So make sure you are open to receiving and that you are tuned in enough to be able to notice these signs and subtle hints of communication or contact with the spirit realm. Another blessing I'm seeing is some major ideas hitting you this month. Now, these ideas have the power to really change your life if you nurture them enough with focus, intent, energy, and a structured plan. But there's going to be ideas coming to you that only you can see the benefit in. So these dreams and ideas others may not agree with, or others may not see the value in, but your imagination and your higher self can see these ideas becoming something great and something spectacular. So definitely make sure that you are in a space where you can be alone every now and then, but only when you are in a good headspace and operating on a high vibrational frequency. You don't want to be channeling anything from the spiritual realm while operating at a low frequency, okay? There's going to be guidance all around you about what to do next, where to go, how to execute said plans, and really turn them into something profitable. You just have to catch the signs. I cannot stress that enough for my Cancers this month, okay? And this card over here is going to be revealing the overall energy for the month of June. So let's take a look. 9 of Wands. Yeah. All right. So the overall energy for you this month, Cancer, is you're going to feel very separated from your human counterparts. You're going to be on such a spiritual high where you're channeling messages, receiving divine guidance, and connecting to the universal collective as well as your higher self. So for you, you're not really going to want much to do with the people in your life. That's why I was saying with this Hermit card here, that being alone is something you're going to feel like doing, but to only isolate yourself when you feel spiritually, mentally, and emotionally well enough to do so. Because in July, you're going to be operating from a plane that not very many can relate to or understand. And that's where all of these enormous ideas and dreams are going to be stemming from and are going to be birthed from, because you're operating from a completely different realm in July. You won't be connected to very many, and you may even feel disconnected from yourself, because you will be, in a sense, kind of disconnected from yourself, but it's more so kind of the ego self or the consciousness. But this is a spiritual excursion that you're about to embark on in July. Just go with it. There's a lot to learn here and a few objectives to gain. You're going to be so cosmically aligned in June or in July that it's going to feel very crazy to you. So I do kind of get the sense of a ego death kind of occurring this July for some of my Cancers. All right, so let's go ahead and take a look at this last tarot card here, which is a message for the month of July. So let's see what we've got. And we've got the Knight of Wands. Yes. So your spirit is going to be getting so much nourishment from July. This is why you're going to be operating from a different realm pretty much this month, because this is something that your spirit or aura or energetic field, whatever you refer to it as, is in deep need of for this month. And your own spirit and energetic field may be actually calling in this time for you to really nourish the deepest parts of yourself, for you to really nourish your soul, feed your soul, in a sense. So this is going to be like a much needed retreat for your spirit. And this is happening for your future. There's something big coming for you in the future, Cancer. And spirit needs you to be well rested, well prepared, and ready for whatever it may be. You can't see it coming, but your higher self and spirit can. So this need to be alone in July is going to feel overwhelming if you try to fight it. Spirit is preparing you for huge changes coming to your future. So if there's something really big you've been asking for, trying to attract into your life, I believe spirit is prepping you for it right now in July. All right. So like I'm just really getting the sense of like some sort of ego death coming happening here in July, kind of evolving into its own self, because like I said, spirit is preparing you for something. And if spirit is preparing you for something, the death of the ego is essential and it is necessary. It's something that has to happen when you are really interacting with spirit and whenever spirit is preparing you for your destiny. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at you guys' oracle cards here. The very first one that we have is, what do you need to release? Waning moon. Yeah, so we all have excess weight we carry around with us. That is like an anchor to our spirit. I was just talking about this. The death of the ego. That is what needs to be released, is what I'm getting here. Like I was saying, the universe and source is renovating you this month. There's some things that need to be cleared out, whether that's a relationship you have with yourself or spirit itself. There's a rehabilitation process you're about to go through, and this is for your future. All right. And then we have, it's time to take action. New moon in Aries. Awesome. Yes. And I believe that that action is in allowing the universe to work through you by working on you. The Hierophant here, where is he? Right here. He talks about more than just being a divine channel for spirit, but also how we interact with that channel, how we take care of it, nurture it, build it up, because we are taking something from spirit and materializing it so others besides ourselves can digest it. So it's, if your channel isn't right or clear or pure, that opens a possibility for the ego to get involved and muddy the divine channel and messages that you're receiving. That's why I was saying, really keep your energy high as you possibly can, because when we're dealing with our own energetic channel, honestly, that is the only thing that we truly do own in this life, is our own energy, our own energetic channel. And that is something that is given to us directly from source itself. So it is something that has to be kept sacred, something that has to be honored, something that has to be protected, something that has to be kept in the sacred space that nobody else really gets to kind of interact with but you, because that is something that is, like I was saying, a gift that came directly from the divine, given to you for you to utilize in this incarnation, in this life. So you have to protect it at all costs. Okay. And the very last card that we have here is Cartouche, divine names of power. Wow. So this card talks about clearing your heart of unforgiveness, because it can poison your words, which in turn dirties that divine channel to spirit. It says, as your heart grows in purity, you will be able to speak with spiritual authority to assist you in your work of healing. Divine names of power are mantras, sounds, and names of the divine. This is all about invoking the power of spoken word, how what we say carries its own vibrational frequency or magical properties. So that's why I was saying with the Hierophant here, what does your channel to spirit look like? Is it murky with blockages and low vibrating emotions, or is it clear for you to receive accurate messages that you can tangibly utilize in your own life? This is a very important time to assess your own spiritual connection. Whatever needs cleansing, cleanse it. Whatever needs strength and support, offer it. The key here is to listen to your spirit, mind, body, and heart. Listen to your being, because like I said, spirit is preparing you for something pretty big, and it needs you to be in the most optimal prime state. Okay, so the last thing that you want is a murky or a dirty channel to communicate with the divine, because then you can't decipher what message actually came from the divine versus what message just came from your own ego or your own mind or whatever the case, you know. So that is what I'm seeing here for my Cancers. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. I pray this reading brought you guys some clarity for the month. But I really do believe that my Cancers, you guys got this in the bag. Even if you don't believe it, I'm telling you right now that you do. Just feel that in your bones and just know it, that you are okay. Spirit is marching right behind you and nothing can touch you. Okay, so thank you guys so much for tuning in. Hopefully you guys come back to visit me sometime soon, but I will be back next time. Okay, bye guys.